Well, thank you for watching again. This is our weekly update on what we've been trying to do here in the Congress. Let me talk about sort of first on energy. I was able to give a speech early in the week trying to lay out all of the different things we were going to try to do as part of the Energy Committee's agenda in this Congress here in the Senate. Not only dealing with the oil spill situation in the Gulf, we still need to pass legislation that would respond to that and be sure that safeguards are in place so that doesn't happen again. We need to do what we can to continue the push for more use of renewable energy around the country. Of course, the President spoke about that in his State of the Union speech. We need to do a variety of things to improve energy efficiency in our economy, in transportation, in buildings, in appliances, and equipment, in manufacturing. And in all those areas, there are legislative proposals that we passed through the committee in the last Congress that we were not able to get through the full Congress, and we will try to do that again this year. So that was a sort of overview of where we're headed on energy policy. I hope we can do this again and do it in a bipartisan way again this year as we did last year. I also was able to speak to the President. He asked me to come to the White House and talk to him about energy issues, and I was very privileged to do that. He, in his State of the Union speech, had talked about two particular initiatives. One was the initiative or the goal of getting us to where we were producing 80% of the electricity that we use from what he called clean sources. And he didn't just include the renewables in that definition. He included renewables and nuclear, clean coal, which was not real specifically defined, and then also natural gas, which of course we produce a lot of in New Mexico. But I was able to talk to him about some of our issues on that and how we can help him achieve that goal and whether or not we can put together bipartisan legislation in that regard. I hope very much we can. The other specific that he talked about in his State of the Union speech was the desire to get to a point where we have 1 million electric vehicles on the road by 2015. I think all the experts who've looked at that say that'll be difficult to do, but again, I talked to the President, told him of some ideas we had that would move us in that direction, and again, I hope we can get a bipartisan proposal there that we can move ahead with. So that was all the energy issues. On the Senate floor this week, we're working on the reauthorization of the Federal Aviation Administration's legislation. This is very important for us to get done. We are behind other industrial nations in modernizing our air traffic control system. We need to get to a system that uses the GPS global positioning satellites to help operate the control system, and I think we can. I hope we can pass this bill as early as next week or the week after next, and this is important to New Mexico. It also contains the provisions that allow us to make improvements to runways and airports throughout our state, which is very important. It also has the funding in it for the Essential Air Service, which is a subsidy that the federal government provides to ensure that there is air service to some of the smaller communities in our state. We have 4 communities in New Mexico that are dependent upon that Essential Air Service subsidy, so we want to keep that going. So that's a summary of what we've been working on this week. Next week promises to be another a week of focus on the FAA reauthorization. But again, thanks for watching. Appreciate your continued interest in what we're trying to do here in the Senate.